Hi everyone, I'm Zukona and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Grade 7 Life Orientation. In this lesson, we are going to be spending time working on study skills. In Grade 7, it's the beginning of the senior phase, and so I'm sure you are expected to study for exams and tests alike. But studying is about more than just learning your work. It's about planning, organizing, note-taking, summarizing, time management, and applying what you know. That sounds like a lot to think about, but developing good study habits and study skills will help you now and in the future. Before you even think about how to study, it's important to identify what kind of learner you are. Some people need to talk out loud when they study. Some people need to walk around, while some people need to see their study notes in bright colors. You need to understand what kind of learner you are so that you can study effectively. Answer the following questions to help you determine what kind of learner you are. Do you study using lots of different colors to draw and make notes? Are you easily distracted when you study? Do you get up every few minutes to check out what's on TV, get something to eat, or talk to someone? Do you talk out loud to yourself when you study, or teach yourself your notes out loud? If you answered yes to the first question, then you really need to see what you are studying, so making your notes bright and colorful will really work for you. Mind maps and notes that are written in bright colors are the way for you. If you answered yes to the second question, then you are the type of person that needs to move around while they are studying. So moving around or throwing a ball will help you to concentrate, but make sure that you discipline yourself so that you don't get distracted all the time. If you answered yes to the third question, then you're the type of learner who needs to hear things in order to remember them. So you need to make your notes and then talk them out loud, or you could even teach an imaginary class. Some of you may have answered yes to two or to all of the questions, and that's okay. It probably means that you need a combination of the different ways of studying. And now let's cross over to Asanda and see what Grade 7 learners out there are asking about life orientation today.
Hey guys, today I'm at Alpha Primary. I am so excited to be here and I am so looking forward to meeting all these lovely people. You know there's a lot of work to get through and we're going to have lots and lots of fun. But as you know, my friends have only got one thing to say. Welcome to
Hey everyone, we're back at Alpha Primary and in today's lesson we're going to be talking study skills. Well, aren't you ladies lucky? This is a good lesson to have, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you know, when you're writing exams and things like that, you need to know all this stuff, right? Raisa, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Oh, my name is Raisa. I'm 13 years old. My birthday is in January.
Cool.
And I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Awesome.
And I like to read books.
You like to read books. Nice stuff. Lisa, how are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. So Lisa, what's your favorite thing to do? Your favorite thing to do?
I like to read a lot, and when I grow up, I want to be an actress.
Nice. Promise, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
I'm very good, thank you. So Promise, tell me, what are your favorite things?
My favorite things is reading, and I'm an excellent cooker.
You're an excellent cook. Oh, nice stuff. Okay, you ladies have questions, right? And I know there's a lot. Hit me, I'm ready.
What study skills do I use? Are my study skills effective?
Can I learn effective study skills and apply them to my work?
Well, it's time for us to find out, guys.
The questions for this lesson all focus on personal development, which is learning outcome 3, and the assessment standard that you'll be working with is as follows. Assessment standard. We know this when the learner critically evaluates own study skill strategies. You should continue to play your invasion game in your physical development lesson, and the assessment standard for your invasion game is as follows. Assessment standard. We know this when the learner designs and plays a game that includes the concept of invasion.
Awesome, guys. We're ready to get started, and Lisa has our first question. Lisa, go ahead.
What study skills do I use?
Well, what study skills does she use?
This will be the last time you will play your invasion game, because in the next lesson, you will complete a summative task on all the physical development activities that you have worked on this year. The first part of knowing how to study properly is to know what kind of learner you are, and then you can think about the different types of study methods or study skills you can use. Since you have already identified what kind of learner you are, let's ask some questions about what kind of study skills you already use. Answer the following questions to find out what study skills you are currently using and whether they are effective or not. Just answer yes or no to the questions. Be honest with yourself. Count the number of yes answers and the number of no answers. Study quiz. A. Do you work to a study timetable? B. Do you sit at a desk to study? C. Do you have set study sessions of about 45 minutes per session with a 15-minute break between them? D. Do you make your own notes when you study? E. Do you think that just reading through your school notes before an exam is a bad way to study? F. Do you read through your notes and underline them with a pen or pencil before you take notes? G. Do you summarize your work into your own words? H. Do you use mind maps when you study? I. If you make notes, can you use them again for the next test or exam? And J. Do you eat healthily and get enough sleep during exam time? Pause your DVD to complete your activity. The more yes answers you have, the better your current study skills. Go back to your no answers and see if you can find ways to improve your study skills so that your no answers become yes answers. The rest of this lesson will help you to develop effective study skills. And now let's cross over to Asanda and see what's today's second question.
Thanks a lot, guys. Now, Promise has a question for us. Go ahead, Promise.
Are my study skills effective?
Well, are they effective?
Your quiz in Activity 1 will have helped you to have a more general idea about whether your study skills are effective. And Activity 2 will help you to analyze your study skills and to find ways to make them more effective. Your preparation for studying is as important as your method or skills you use to study. You need to have as quiet a place as possible to study, and you need a desk where you can sit comfortably to do your studying. It's important to plan your studies by making a study timetable at least 2 weeks before the exams. Your study timetable needs to be specific, detailed, and realistic, so you need to write down exactly what you need to study and how long it will take you to study for each subject. When you study, you must take notes by summarizing the information into your own words. You can use a mind map, or if you prefer, you can just make plain notes. But we will talk about this later on in the lesson on how to do this. The reality about studying is that it's time-consuming and can be very boring. So that's why it's important that you must discipline yourself to sit still for your study sessions and to work actively to keep yourself focused. Just reading through notes will never keep your attention, and you will end up thinking about other things and not concentrating. Let's face it, studying is hard work, so you just have to learn how to do it in a way that works for you.